Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome to Talking Shit. It's your boy Stan in here, the black Santa Claus with the green teeth, the
No, that's
green
the
grill,
grill. That's the
and the
grill.
sophisticated jerk. And we got Wally in the building also.
Wale.
What's going
So
on,
what's
people?
what's
Happy
good, everybody?
holidays,
So
everybody.
the Latin lover up in the building.
Okay. The Latin whisperer.
But hey, so today, man, the topic, that we're gonna kind of cover down on, man, is Future kind of came out and there was a video floating. I guess somebody was interviewing him and they was asking him like, hey man, did Ciara ever make you wait? Because I know there were some clips that came out a long time ago that Ciara and Russell Wilson, was celibate before they got married, and of course, Future was like, hell nah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna play the clips and we could go ahead and break it down because my whole pitch. I don't know what y'all take is on stuff. I'm like, never wait. It is because of stuff like this, because it's like, man, people. Don't get me wrong. I know people have passive backgrounds, but it's like, when females got that passive background with some grimy dudes, it's like, man, you don't want to be the Captain Save a Hole type guy and be taking all these different standards when they be getting their black back blown out by some other dudes. So real quick before we jump into the video, man, what y'all take on that? Y'all disagree? What's up?
Nah, I mean, to be honest with you, like, it does make logical sense. Like, you never want to be like the second place guy or the backup man, unless right, if you're the backup person and the person already giving you some. But I feel like in this case, it's more of like a good man gets punished, right, for trying to do the right things to please his woman. So because you see you as a guy that has a lot of potential, a suitable beta, and a man that's going to take care of her kids,
Damn, a suitable beta.
she's going in her mind, she's feeling like, okay, I'm going to save this, for later on down the road because he's so special. But at the same time, it's like the person like who you knew that your life was going to be temporary with, you're like, okay, it's like now or never. He's not going to last that long. So let me go ahead and get my back blown out before he goes away and cheats on me with someone else. And it's just that mentality is just so warped. So I get it.
Yeah, I agree with you because it's almost like the good dude. That's the dude they always place the standards on, and then like I said, they'll have a dude that was like be totally disrespectful with they calling her out and shit. So yeah, that's why I'm like, man, if you know somebody's with that type of caliber dude, don't be the hero in these cases. So Stan, Wally, what y'all take on that before we jump into the video?
Well, you want to go first?
Yeah, let me just get it out the way. So how do I want to say this? I'd say it like this. Ciara, this is why you don't do nothing you should have never did, what you won't do it to the next man. Reason why?
Ooh.
Because whoever interviewed Future with this question was being messy. And guess what? Future was willing to play game and play ball. And now guess what? It just makes it even worse for you. Ergo, it makes it worse for fucking Wilson. Because guess what? It puts out the more stigma of him being a punk because he chose to be the good boy and Future chose to be, man, I'm Future. So in this situation, how it is. Like, this is just by proxy of it all. It's like, okay, yes, Ciara did this with this dude, but now it's like, ooh, now I'm now realizing maybe I should never did that at first, knowing now how this all end at the end of the day. And it's like, let me change it up, supposedly. But that's just what it is at this point. But yeah, never make no one wait, because if they're willing to do it with someone else, why are they willing not to do it with you?
I agree with you, Wally. And I think the biggest issue, because I know a lot of females, man, they be confused on this. And when guys are like, nah, your past, they make it seem like guys are insecure. But it's just like, man, your past could come back to hunt somebody. It, like you were saying, Wally, it's like, man, they got to live with being a punk and stuff because you got a messy old partner that you had and stuff like that that's calling you out. So it's just like, in this case, it's just like, dudes don't have no issue if you're like, we're consistent with your standards and say like you apply that to everybody and you selected better, then people be like, hey, okay, man, she's got a solid pass, so we're good. We're just getting to know each other. But it's like, man, when somebody was with somebody reckless and stuff, and they like you were saying, Wally, it's like, man, they cool with like just going out there interviewing, embarrassing everybody. It's like, man, you can't. You guys, y'all got to get better at like asking these questions. Like, oh hell, man, you was with Future? You was the fourth baby mom? Hell no. Like, damn that. But hey, Stan, go ahead. I know you want to chime in.
I'm going to stand with Ciara and Russell Wilson, and this is why.
Oh hell no.
No, this is why. She what she did was smart. You gotta detox the Pookie demon out of you. And that's what, and that's all she had was Pookie demons. She DMX, not DMX. What's the other one? Was it DMX?
Me,
No,
Bow
I
Wow?
don't think so. They ever
Bow Wow. It was Bow Wow.
Wow. You see all these demonics. 50 Cent. She gotta detox all them demons out.
Oh, yeah.
She gotta detox that. And guess what? She upgraded from a baby mama of a known industry Pookie, Future, and his 13 broods, or 14 or 15 where they're at, to Russell Wilson, and she gave him he got a football team. She's pregnant again with twins.
Damn.
So they have a total of, Future Junior, a son, 2 daughters, and a set of twins that's about to come. So Russell's and she's smart because guess what? She knows she's fertile. That woman is fertile. If she would have had and met another demonic Pookie, she would have been like Keisha Cole, just bursting everything everywhere. Sometimes you just gotta know you just fertile. That's why they don't want black and brown people mixing together. Y'all fertile.
So Stan, so I get it. You said she leveled up, but what about Russell Wilson? Did he take a shitty deal?
Well, remember he was married before, so they're not young. They played it the way they had to play it, and look at her now. Like, she's not leaving him. Like, what's that one that we talk about, Tia? Like a Tia, or wherever the ratchets want to be, these ratchet women that want to leave their marriages and think they could do better. She's like, look, I already been in the streets. I want to stay home. Just like the dogs at the pound. They're like, man, I want to go home. They don't want to stay in no pound. So there's nothing on these streets.
Stan tripping today. Stan, we can't agree with none of that shit.
You have to.
Russell took an L.
smart.
I'm sorry. And
What
here's
I
why.
say though, that part I disagree. I don't think he took an L. However, in the media's eyes, like he took an L, right? Because
let's be frank. What media we talking about here?
Hold on. Pause, Wally. But as far as like personally, like how their relationship dynamic turned out, I mean, if the man's happy and she's happy and they got their family going on, I mean, he ain't doing nothing like egregious, like where it's like, like what's that guy named? Like Travis Hunter is setting himself up to.
I think Russell Wilson is worse than Travis Hunter, man, honestly.
No.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Well, no, I would think they're different.
Yeah, he never waited in the car while his wife getting drunk. Well, not his girlfriend getting drunk.
But see, he could play the young thing, like, hey man, this was my first love. I didn't get married yet. He could fix himself. But man, I'm telling you, like, this chick was, man, let me pull this article up because
wait, real quick.
Go ahead. While I'm pulling it up.
Would have been different if Russell Wilson was white.
What the? No.
I know.
I don't give a goddamn if he was purple from outer space.
They would have called Future a no good, black man, BM. How dare he does anything to stop her from her happiness? Swirl love is where it's at. Show respect for that white man loving his black queen.
Stan tripping.
No,
but see, hey Stan, real quick. See, this is why this is like it's an L for Russell Wilson. So even though they got their kids and stuff, it looked like they got a good relationship. But man, no man wants to look like a kind of like a punk or a beta man in public. This is a dude that got a championship ring with an NFL team that excelled at that level, and now he's got to kind of take these lumps in the media because, you know, of her past, not because his past. You know what I'm saying?
Real quick, which media
Yeah.
are we speaking on here, though?
And what Wally's
I'm
saying,
just saying media, period. So it's like everybody's kind of like clowning them.
No, but that's my thing. But if we talking about media, which media? Because if we're talking about the media as far as the everyday world, no one ain't saying nothing about him about that shit. But we talking about social media as far as YouTube and anywhere else on most social platforms. Oh yeah, everyone's talking shit.
But Wally, what is most guys when they think of Russell Wilson? What is the first thing that come across their mind across all?
In this space, he's a beta or he's a sucker. One of the other.
Exactly. And it's not just to our community, because I was looking at a whole panel of like white people kind of going in on him, clowning them. So that's what I'm saying. It's like consistent across the board.
I understand that, but I'm saying that's the internet social media. But we're talking about
I got you.
media as far as television media. Like no one ain't really talking about that as far as that. But we're talking about in these spaces type of media is like, yeah, that's what everyone say.
Oh yeah, but you know, YouTube is one of the biggest medias now, so that's what I'm saying. So it's like,
but I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like when we talk about potential of media, like let's be very keen on which media we talk about here, because the TV.
Yeah, no, I get you, but yeah, nah, the ones that like all the youth and the guys are starting to gravitate to. That's what he's taking that hit.
Can't say nothing though, SJ. They really can't. The YouTube media can't say anything. Because then we just exposed, he exposed himself, Fugazi, Mr. Coolio. Like, everybody got a baby mama. Everybody dating one. Everybody is a second choice husband.
Now, there's more coming out. So it's not even the issue of having a baby mom. It's like, by who? You know?
I mean, let's be honest about
shit, because I could even give Cooley a pass on before I give Russell a pass, if we being honest. But real quick, before we let me just show you, because this is why it's bad. She was the 4th baby mom with Future, and this wasn't no like broke chick. She could have like Googled this shit. So it's like, man, you were the fourth baby mama.
But SJ,
you gotta Google it. It was around the world already, anyways.
They want to know what exactly is going on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I know he got more.
So there's more on the list. So he has 8 baby moms.
But this is just the short list that they showing right now.
Yeah, this is just this is right here. She was the 4th. So it's just like literally you go on a date. You're like, hey man, how many kids you have? How many baby moms? Oh man, I got like 3 baby moms. Like, all right, well, I'm out of here. That's how that conversation should have went. So it's like, man, you were that like
SJ
messed up in the head that you let somebody put a baby on you that got that background, and you're a celebrity. So that means you came across like multiple guys that had their shit together.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They don't choose that. They choose that later.
That's the problem.
But that's not our place to tell them what to choose. It's like,
we're not telling them what to do. We're just putting opinions out there.
Yeah, we're laying it out for future people, so they ain't got to goddamn embarrass their future man that they could make better decisions. Because I guarantee that she's looking at it now, like definitely would have redid that one.
Yeah, but they always say they want excitement, they want adventure, they want I don't know what they want, but how many times have we seen this? Like the women pick a man who had a lot of baby mamas, a lot of kids, and we all looking like, did you think you were different? And I think maybe she thought she was different because she's a star.
Yeah, but that's the issue.
They thought that they was going to be that one to change that man.
But I mean, isn't it a good indicator if somebody had like 3 baby moms and none of them work out, and you're like, man, this is gonna put me at the 4th? Like, like I know I'm all that, but this pattern ain't all that great.
No, but what it does is just heightens their attraction for that person, because it's like, oh, okay, like he got like this, he got this baby mom, that person, he's really unstable, right? But they're gonna have that God complex. And they're going to be like, well, look, I could turn this life around and I can make him better. I remember I had a woman telling me, okay, a short Latino woman, right, told me that, hey, I made you better. You know, like.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, he said what to you?
We was playing tennis like years ago back in the pandemic, and she was like, "Wow, Mario, right? You know, like you're looking really good." It's like, and it's all because I made you better, right? If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be looking like this. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh,
And
she was getting you dressed up. She had you wardrobed up.
she didn't pay for my gear. I tell you that.
Oh,
Sure, she wasn't just talking about the tennis lessons.
And she was just a pure narcissist. You know what I mean? So,
Oh, okay.
Blame the chicks. No, I'm joking.
you know, Stan already warned me about that was before, you know, Stan warned me about the little people, but now I know better now. It's always the little women who's 4'11", you know, and probably much below. Is always gonna be talking. Well, I'll say 5'1" and below.
Wow, okay.
Always gonna be talking stuff or whatever. So
yeah, the demon mites. That's what I call them, demon mites.
But all right, let me go ahead. Let me play this Future clip where he kind of broke it down, where they asked him about this, and I'm sorry, Russell Wilson taking an L, y'all. I feel y'all trying to like you know, support this couple, but y'all see. All right.
Last question before you run, man. Jacques writes in and said, "Did Ciara make you wait the way she's making Russell Wilson wait?"
Never.
You said that shit with
understand.
confidence.
I don't know their situation. Could be. I don't know what it is. What you talking about? Wait for what?
Well, you know, they announced last week that they weren't having sex. That she was making him wait.
He might announce that just for the sake of just saying that.
Right. I believe so.
Never know.
He said God told him to leave this woman, and that's what they doing.
And God didn't tell me. He didn't tell me that.
What God told you?
God told me something else. Tell me, wait. I guarantee you that. So we prayed afterwards, though. After we did it, we prayed.
Oh, word?
Yeah, man.
respect.
Really?
That was what really got me. I'm like, man, she praying with her. Like, never had nobody pray.
Last
I'm
Yeah,
done.
you have to pray. You're a full demon, sir. You're a demon.
So based on that clip, you don't think
You know, I have ex-girlfriends, right? There's a point where I don't go that far. That right there is a lot disrespectful. She's married now. She got full custody of your son. And that's like one of your children, one of your many children that you don't have to worry about. You gotta have a little self-respect.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, man. There's a caliber of dudes like, man, I would never like open my mouth about anything, but man, this stuff got to sting a little bit. It'd be like, damn, like, well, here I got a couple more clips for a Future where he's just like, you know, kind of just talking. He gonna be himself.
I feel like even people be like, well, why you don't get with your baby mothers? You got six baby mothers to pick from, to choose from. Why won't you pick one of them? If I choose one, the other one's gonna get mad.
I hate you so much right now for saying that, but you could be.
Then I choose the other one, that's gonna get mad. So whoever I choose gonna start a melee. I feel like even people be like, well, why you don't get with your baby mothers? You got six.
Yeah, see, so that's one where he's just like kind of, you see how he's kind of like lining them up, and she's one of them numbers, dog. Like,
But it's the women that sign up for this. I don't know what you got to do, because if we say what you got to do with making these suggestions, we're wrong. But
what was that?
If we make any suggestions or thoughts, we're the bad guys, right? But
Hell
it's,
nah.
you know, look what he's saying about you. And it's like, you got to think about that. And that's also for guys who meet a woman who have 4 kids, and the church is trying to pressure you to get married to a single mom with 4 kids and 3 baby daddies, or 6 baby daddies and 10 kids. It also goes on the other side too in the spectrum. Like, you got to think about this stuff. You got to really think about that. Do you really want this?
Yeah, nah, and that's the whole point, man, where we break down a lot of stuff. It's like to give people insight, because it's just like, man, everybody's not going to be like accepted to all this fuckery. So, and I think a lot of times people think like, hey, man, if I go and do some stuff and, you know, I change a little bit, everybody's still gonna be flocking to me, and it's like, oh hell no, like everybody ain't gonna be that accepting, and it's just like, man, like when, like I said earlier, when a lot of females are like wiring guys, like they're so focused on, you know, women's past and stuff like this, it's because dudes, like some of the guys y'all might attach yourself to, you know, gonna come out here and be disrespected everybody. So yeah, this I think it's good to talk about this type of stuff. But hold on, let me play this last clip of him.
Ciara, did you think it was love at first sight and that you would one day marry her?
Love at first sight. It most definitely was a chemistry there. You know what I'm saying? That was way different than I ever felt before. Yeah, it most definitely was a chemistry that I never felt before. But yeah, it was great. You know what I mean? From the beginning, we hit it off well.
How long did it take before y'all went on your first date?
Probably a week.
1 week.
Yeah, 1 week.
And then, you know, the girl I'm currently with, it took me multiple months before I, you know, crossed that the date line, so to speak, and consummated the relationship. How long did it take you?
Wow. Man, don't never take me long with nothing.
Ciara.
This shit is just so disrespectful. Y'all telling me about Russell Wilson just excited about it? Come on, man, stop playing.
It's really like, dude, that.
Here's this clip with Russell Wilson and they'll speak it doesn't show them speaking about the celebrity. Somebody put together a clip capturing everything. So
Ciara and Russell Wilson for Cosmopolitan South Africa's February 2017 issue. Ciara opened up on why she decided to wait to have sex until marrying Russell Wilson. I really believe that when you focus on a friendship, you have the opportunity to build a strong foundation for a relationship. And once you know you're really great friends and you're what we call equally yoked, where you share the same values or the same outlook on life, it kind of sets the tone, the Goodies singer told the magazine. Knowing that you'll always have the friendship and that you can always go back to it is very important and very powerful. After months of dating, the NFL star revealed he and Ciara vowed to stay celibate. The couple remained true to their promise and tied the knot in July 2016. 3 months later, they confirmed they had done the deed by revealing they were expecting their first child together. Ciara and Russell.
No, sir.
Oh man.
Can I say something about that friendship stuff?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, friendship is never the fucking prize. I'm gonna say that. Friendship is never the
Hold on.
If
Who
I
said
hit
it was
that
the prize?
word,
It was the work. What are you talking
it's
about?
not. Look, I want to have sex. I break up with you. I'm not gonna stay with you. I'm not gonna be your friends. This is a bookmark. Cause when I see you again, we fucking again. It's a bookmark. I'm not your friend. Don't call me. I don't meet him. I don't meet none of your kids and them. Nobody from your future. When you see me, I see you. It's on. Just like Ray said, I hit it.
That's why they
Like
call you.
Stan contradicted himself. Stan, I thought you was waiting. I thought that was smart. What's up now? What?
No. Well, I mean, like, if I break up with her, we're not friends. I don't want to be no friends with friends. We're gonna have some friendship. If y'all don't take that bullshit, some of y'all horrible with your friends anyway. I don't want to be your friend.
Okay, I mean, true as far as like,
soulmate, you like me, I turn you on. This is our stuff. But saying stuff like, "Oh, you have to build friendship first," that don't you will kill me by saying friend. I will dump you so fast. You think you met Barry Allen?
Hey,
That's
Stan.
how fast I'll dump you.
I ain't gonna lie.
But Stan, I heard the friendship. When you start off with a friendship bond, it's like you have a deeper relationship once you start off as friends.
I don't know what that is, but when I start off in a war, and
look. Let me tell like how it is.
Wait, hold on, M3, hold on.
That caveman shit. Don't you?
Here it is. When I start out being the whore and I come back for more, then after that I'll stay and I'll come to your door. That's how it goes.
Oh, okay, Mars, man. You gave a quick
This guy right here.
All right, let me break this down with friendship, okay? See, that's the problem. That's why like relationships like suck, right? For the majority of us. Because see, the thing is, right, you know, we focus on like just we don't even really get to the courtship phase. We try to get into dating and it just doesn't work out. If you try to get that quality woman right, and look, I'm not speaking like I'm talking like Yada, okay? I'm just putting that out there, right? So
Yada Jr.
But the thing, because I ain't spending nothing on these chicks, right? But the thing is, this is why you got to develop this certain type of friendship with this person, right? If you're trying to get quality type of women, it starts off right with just building that connection, getting to know them. I'm not saying becoming like the therapist or whatever, right? But the thing is, once you become friends with benefits, okay, like it all will make sense. You will be a happier man.
You said friends with
No,
Yes.
I ain't trying to be nobody's friend to get some.
Hold on, Stan. Hold on, Stan.
In my mouth. I ain't got no.
Wait, hold on, Stan. Hold on. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Because y'all not listening right now, right? Look, man, you gotta be a woman's friend, right? As long as she has the beneficiary packages, okay? Because the thing is, right, when you're done, when your dick get tired of that person, right, she will still be your friend. When things go tough,
Look at Wally.
she'll be around, okay? And then you can build more friends, right, with benefits, right? So you could rotate around, have a nice, steady rotation where everything's communicated. You ain't got to worry about no cheating. Yeah, you got to worry about a high level of jealousy, but that comes, all women are like that. Okay,
This sounds like some whole shit. F3.
Oh, what the freak? What is this? The Twilight Zone?
So F3, real quick, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Would you if you say like you met Ciara, would you have been her friend in this case, like Russell Wilson?
Oh, absolutely. But the thing is, right, I want to be in no relationship with Ciara like that. I want to wait for like 12 to, well, I don't know how many months like they waited. I mean, look, remember, keep in mind, Russell Wilson is like, one of those Christians or whatever, right? So who knows? He probably was the one that initiated.
Yep,
Maybe.
it was too, because they got like a leadership under somebody's church. I think it was TD Jakes.
Okay, so they go to a cult together, right? So that makes sense. Look, man, you going to like Power Bottom's church, the church of Power Bottom who pretends to pray for Christ. Come on now. What are you waiting for so long? Power Bottom probably wanted his booty before like he got to Ciara's. But hey,
this guy.
No shade on Power Bottom, but hey, respect to the Almighty. But we know that's a fake.
But hey, let me ask Stan, because he was vouching for this relationship earlier. So Stan, would you have been the friend and waited in this case? Well, we'll leave the friend out, but would you have waited in this case?
I wait
for Ciara.
I wait for no beasts or demons. I wait for no beasts nor demons. That's no, because there's always one that got their legs open. You keep your legs closed, but I'm at somebody else's legs that's open.
Wait, ask like a specific question, Stan. What is the maximum limit? What is the time limit you'll give to a woman before you're like, okay, let me just call it quits?
Oh, that's easy. If I met you, we get to know each other. I'm not trying to get deep. After that, I already got like a nightcap already that night. And if I meet somebody else open up their legs in the morning or later on that week, I don't even know who you are.
Damn, Stan ruthless out here.
Wait, hold on. Okay, so you say you got to build time to get to know that person, right? So how long would it take for you to get to know that person?
My knowing and your knowing is different.
My
knowing is chapter 12 is not chapter 12, but chapter 3 in the books.
So you
balls off the floor. We're about to take a shower together, explore each other's bodies. Play That's where I'm at.
Sound like
you talk about some 50 Shades of Grey type shit, huh?
Yeah,
that's your...
No, the knowing I'm talking about is you see dick print, you grab dick print. I see titties, I put it in my mouth. I don't know what else we're talking about.
But
like,
hey, let me pull up this
right now. Like, I'm just sorry. Like, how old are we right now? Like, let's get that out the way. Once we get that out the way, then we could go, play house.
All right, here's another clip of Russell. So let me play this real quick.
I walked in the room and I saw, little Future. He's 9 months at the time or whatever. And he crawls in my lap, and it was like, this is going to be my responsibility. God, I remember leaving that night and God saying, "This God saying to me, raising this."
You said pause.
I'm gonna throw up, yes, because I'm about to throw up.
Ain't you
Yeah,
understanding this? What the fuck?
Yeah, you
this
was
is
vouching
church.
for this, Stan. What you
Yeah,
talking about?
I am, but like, look, the process is not pretty. I don't care for the
Ah,
process.
see, you want to switch it now? You want to
Don't
say,
y'all
Right,
talk
there's no
about like
switch
black
up,
family
but
stuff?
it screams church. It's church.
no,
It screams church.
it screams validity. Oh.
It screams church. That's why he think he's Joseph from the Bible. The other Joseph, the one that married Mary. That's why he the other Joseph. That's Joseph with the brothers. I'm that Joseph. He's the Joseph in the Bible with Jesus. That's why he thinks, you know. But to see it, I can't do it.
Wait. Can we continue the video? I just
Yeah,
want
let me play some more. All right.
This child is going to be your responsibility. And realizing that, pray to God, are you sure this is what you want me to do? Say, son, this is for you.
The first night?
Yeah, the first night. Mm-hmm. It's going to be your responsibility. And
what God's talking to him.
Was
that scary?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think scary just in the sense of, not scary, but it was more so an opportunity. Like, okay, God, this is what you want me to do. This is, stepping in to raise, a child with C and this and that, and realizing that.
Hold on, let me stop real quick. Now, I ain't trying to be mean here, but
Go for it.
I'm definitely religious, man, and I don't think God is gonna send you with a future's baby mamas, man. If you're praying and you got your shit in order, like,
I think he will.
And I know it sounds fucked up, but like, damn, like.
I think he will because
I'll probably switch religions at that point. I'll become
that's
Hindu or
that
some shit.
Ciara player. That's that Ciara prayer.
Like, God,
that's what be working. It worked for Megan Good. It worked for Ciara.
Look, man, I want to be just transparent. I'm not giving God no credit for the decisions that I made. Okay, look, he wanted to take care of Future Junior because he wanted to quickly get up in these draws with Ciara. Okay, he is just a byproduct of Ciara's. I mean, I ain't gonna say the F word, but he is the byproduct of Ciara's mistakes. Okay, and he know he got to pay for it. So he's trying to pretend that God gave him this confirmation. I'm like, look, he didn't give you shit. You know, he just like, do whatever you want to do, and that's it.
No, that was 9 months old. That's like I thought he was like at least a year and a half when they met.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like this
9 months.
And man, he seemed like a nice guy, man. But man, it irritates me when people do the whole. And that's where I was like, I remember you asked me one time, Stan, and we were talking about the church stuff about, the whole forgive or forget thing. And I was like, man, I think a lot of people hide behind the religion aspect, but really they chase their own desires. Kind of like what M3 was saying, man. Like he probably was fixated on Ciara and stuff, going through his own thing. But it's like, man, God ain't answering those type of prayers, man. He gonna give you the knowledge and the common sense on stuff. But if you make some decisions that kind of ain't lying with stuff, it's just like, man, typically it's based on your own desires and stuff like that.
But if you look at it now, right, Future Junior has a very different outlook of life than his other siblings do right now. Because of him. That's one.
No, I give him that. Yeah. He seems like, that's what I'm saying. He's a good dude, but
and then two,
we got to be honest, man, because even with the whole Megan Good stuff, like the one pastor that married her, man, there's good women that's already around there. So a lot of times dudes is like marrying chicks because of looks. It ain't because of the spirituality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I was like saying, like, also like number two, that kid now have a different perspective above the kids from his father's side because he's with Russell Wilson and then he has siblings on that side and they're in a two-parent household. He's going to have a very different outlook on relationships than, I hate to say this, future baby mamas, because they're still fighting over Future and the rest of the new baby mamas, and Ciara's out of it. And plus, also the kid, with these protein shakes and going to Korea might be 6'5", so he's going to have a very I'm not trying to hang out in poverty. and I'm going to be somebody great in life. So I think Ciara did great because, she picked a winner after being with a loser. But
Yeah,
9 months?
I think she made a good selection, but I just think he took the L, man. Like just
I think the
the
church did it. The church did it because how do you meet somebody's a 9-month child on the first? That's so
No, I
church.
think he approached her, man. Like I said, a lot of times dudes just be infatuated, man. You'll be surprised, man, when it comes to like man, even famous dudes, man. They move out of it's just that scarcity mindset. That's what it is, man. Like, and I didn't realize this until the past few months when, like I said, even a few of my boys, man, in real life, I'm like, they kind of maneuvering like this, and I was shocked. So it's just like, man, what it is with men, man, we have that like our ego, I think we embed a lot of times in the processes, and then we try to mix in spirituality, but low key it's just our own desires and shit.
Could it be our desire is fatherhood, and could it be that we also have this built-in thing for paternity?
No, because man, you can have a kid with anybody. That's like a basic bodily function. Like I think
right?
I just think, man, some dudes, man, they have this attraction to maybe a specific female.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, man, even if they figure out that they have like a bad baggage and bad past, they'll start justifying that baggage. Cause they're like, well, she's good enough, because I think as men, we just have such low standards. And our expectations is just shit anyways, where we just feel like I was talking to a dude a couple days ago. He was like, well, my wife, she makes a cup of coffee and does nothing else. And he was excited about that. I was like, motherfucker, you never been to like Sheetz or Wawa? Starbucks, like you're excited about a cup of coffee, not to be mean. I'm like, man, that's pretty fucking basic. You can get a Keurig and make that shit, so I just think, man, we're so simple to the point, man. It's just like, man, we get excited about anything, man.
The reason why we get excited. Oh, sorry, Stan.
No, go ahead, in 3. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the reason why, most of us get excited over like just little small things because we never was used to like anything that was big. And women pretty much in society condition a lot of men, right, to say, look, you're not worthy. Be grateful that she gives you like little scraps. And the thing is, because like men also teach women that, they don't have to give as much as we the men to give to them. That's just the way it is, unfortunately. So a woman could just pretty much like, I don't know, buy you like a piece of candy or whatever, and you don't get all excited, fall in love, thinking this person's the one, because no other woman will do that for you. So
that's true.
It's just the psychology of it, man. Like,
No, I don't, man. I get what you're saying, because that's a piece of it. But man, I'm telling you, like I got partners, and I'll be like, these dudes get females that like them, and they'll sit there and they'll ignore the females that actually are heavily into them, and they'll go for the ones that treat them like shit, man. So I think it's more or less, man. I'm telling you, I'm just seeing this, because at first I would have been on board with what y'all saying. I'm like, oh yeah, they don't do this, man. Dudes go after the females that is based on attraction, man, and then they choose the females that treat them like shit. I'm spot on, man.
Could it be SJ? Since like you got me out of bed for this one, could it be? Could it be right? The woman that's treating us nice, we don't want her because we can see through and think it's bullshit. And the woman that treat us like shit, we work hard for it. We're not used to getting gifts or positive regards. And we used to like seeing results from working, that we fall for the woman that treat us like shit. And that's the one we believe in because we had to work for everything in our life. And
can I answer that?
Hell no.
Family life.
That's a hell of a stretch. Go ahead, Wally. Let Wally go.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna mix in with Stan a little bit. I would have just said no. Well, here's my thing. I agree with Stan on one thing though, on the twist factor of that's also what they got brunged up with. Like literally, like I think honestly, it's just part of that toxic thing that they just growed up from what they came from. That's the only reason. Because my thing is like, think about it. Would I rather be treated right by somebody that treats me right, or would I rather be treated wrong trying to convert someone to treat me right by someone that treats me like shit?
I think you go for the second one is like you work for everything in your life that you think you also got to work for love. You don't see it as like, if a woman treats me right, I'm thinking, what's her end goal? I think I'm a
Okay, Stan. So here's
some bullshit.
No, wait, SJ, wait. Because see, here's my thing, Stan. If that's true, then this conversation that we're talking about, it should be erased off of YouTube. Everything should be erased. Because if that's the case, all these ninjas are crying for nothing because this is what you asked for.
No,
get him, Wally.
No, because this is it. You ready for it? This is what she says. She says, I don't do this for every other nigga. I do this for you because I see you working hard. I believe in you. And you're like, oh, okay. I'm getting through.
Everything is based on attraction. Like the way how most of us like will settle for mistreatment, settle for some of these dominatrix type of women, and settle for like just getting our heart broken and getting our heart rebroken again, is because we look at that person like she's a 10. Up until that attraction level fades down or go to X amount of points lower, we ain't gonna take that shit. Let's just be honest with you. If that was an ugly woman, okay, a very ugly woman, like a 3, right? She has to be like maybe a hippopotamus, messed up hair, whatever the case is, right? Bad breath and all that, right? And you talking all that stuff, and you having these high demands. The first thing that's gonna come to your mind is like, how dare this ugly ass Ballax or whatever got the nerve to talk to me like that? You ain't gonna tolerate that. But if it's someone that is fine, like Ciara, someone that's cute, beautiful, you'll be like, yes, master. You know, you'll put up with it longer. And hold.
Yeah, all this boils down to attraction, man. That's the reality, men and women. That's the funny thing. It's like, man, it boils down to attraction.
Hey, look, I like average women, man. But look, you could bring me something like the average women. As long as that average woman, right, shows levels of high interest and competitiveness, hey, she a keeper. I'll add her to my roster for real.
But see, here's even the undercut Stan's point a little bit more, because most relationships end anyways. So if I'm gonna like get in a relationship and I know like it's on a time basis for the most part, I'm going for the good treatment. You know what I'm saying? Because I see what you're saying. You're like, hey man, I'm gonna be confused if the female's too nice and it's gonna play with my mindset. But the chick that's bad, it's like I got 2 scenarios where they're gonna end. So if I know like, hey, scenario A, I'm getting treated right, it's gonna end. Scenario B, I'm getting mistreated, is gonna end. I'm gonna take the little time that I got that I'm gonna get treated nice. You know what I'm saying? So
there's one thing I forgot to add to it, and it's a solution.
Yeah, go.
I'll just make it real quick. So go for the one that's going to treat you nice, right? That should be enough for your dick to get hard, right? And then for you to like, you know, do whatever you need to do with them. The superficial women, right? The ones that's going to treat you like shit anyway, right? Now, when they see those type of women, and I'm not talking about just one, right? Because if you have like someone that's a little average or below, you're going to have multiple ones, right? Giving that same type of treatment, right? To kind of balance things off. And then they're going to look at it and be like, oh, damn, like, what do these people see in him that I'm not seeing? And then it's going to make them want to treat you nice. Not because like they do it for the kindness of the heart or because they find you attractive, but now
so you got to set up some competition, huh?
Yeah, and it plays with the
But all right, let me play the rest of this video real quick. Stan, did you want to say something, Stan?
We'll come back.
Now, okay, God, like, I know she's the one for me, but also too, I'm gonna take this responsibility as well. Like, okay, like, and I was ready for that. I was ready to, you know, I love children, as you know, I love kids and everything else. But it was like, man, to help raise a child and everything else, understanding that, okay, God, you're gonna give me this opportunity. What a gift. Even Jesus himself, like Joseph was a stepdad. I was like, okay, it wasn't biologically his. So, okay, God, you're gonna give me this opportunity to love
I
the way
got something
that
to
you
say
were
about
loved.
Joseph, though. First of all, what he's not saying, what he's not telling the truth is that, remember, even though he did not plan to be a stepdaddy, okay, for Mary, where were he at when Jesus was born? After that, that nigga Joseph cut out. He was no longer in the picture.
He ain't
You know
cut
what
out.
the fuck was going on?
Nah, I think he was a.
He passed away in 3.
Nah, man. Either that or he committed. Oh, well,
No,
yeah.
no, M3. No. He passed away.
Yeah,
He
he
had more.
passed away or something.
He passed away. Joseph did not cut out.
You
But
sure?
st-
'Cause I didn't see nothing in the Bible that talking about he passed away after. When she
Is
was,
there?
did he pass away when she was pregnant?
No. They have more children.
yeah, they had kids.
They have
No,
more
but
kids.
you know, okay, but when Jesus was born, okay, was he still around when Jesus was born, or did he pass away before he was born?
No, he was still around. He was still around when Jesus was, I believe, almost 13. They lost him at the temple. But it got to a point later on when Jesus got older that he did
Man,
pass
this ain't
away.
Bible study.
I know. It's Christmas. But it's Christmas. We gotta put respect. You know.
Nah, no doubt. But
It's
Jesus.
the 20th.
Yes, because Joseph. He passed away. He passed away.
Okay.
so what y'all think on the closing though? And Russell Wilson. So is he sounding like a simp?
Close, man. We just beginning.
Is he a
sir.
simp? No, I'm not saying close. I'm saying closing on that video.
We're closing the video. I swear, the witchcraft that the church can do is amazing. I'm gonna say it again. The witchcraft that the
Lord,
church
here we
can
go.
do is amazing. Because how you get somebody who won Super Bowl rings and things to go ahead and marry Future's baby mama. I mean, that is a Hallmark movie waiting to happen next Christmas. Because I'm not mad at him. Because you know what? They both been, well, he's been married, divorced, had no kids. She was with a demon man from the industry, a demonic Pookie. God, she had the Ciara prayer. It worked. She got the man, and now she is maxing out them ovaries and breeding out a whole camp.
Yeah, they are spitting out them kids.
It was just only for Ciara. That's why they called it Ciara's prayer, exclusively for Ciara. Ciara did not pray to God for y'all women to have the same type.
Except for Megan Good, though. Megan Good's the second beneficiary for Ciara prayer.
But look, before we play the video, Jerry, I'll just say this though. To answer your question, I don't think Russell Simmons is a simp. Russell Wilson. Sorry, Russell Wilson. He is not a simp. I just think, however, due to religiosity, he's a little misguided. But he followed the rules. He did what he did. He didn't have to do all that extra stuff. All he had to do was just wait. And he seemed like he still was like a happy man. He's happy to be with her. He's happy to have children with her. He's happy to have the family that he wanted and the extended family from Future. So it ain't no simple game.
Them kids allowed to come near.
Russell Wilson is a simp. We gotta stop playing.
Is he though?
Yes, absolutely.
No, because they got married and they got more kids.
That don't make you, just because you spit out kids with somebody that you should have been with in the first place. That don't make it like better. Because I mean, look what's happening to his image. This is a dude that like put that work in, and man, you're sitting out here. You're a byproduct of just bad selection, and now you got to eat that shit in public. Nah, hell nah. He's a simp.
Look at the Brady Bunch. Total 6 kids now.
It don't matter.
6 kids.
6 because now she got a set of twins. That's 6. So they have 4 right now. You got Future Junior.
I think they got like 4. I'm not.
Right now, she's pregnant. She's pregnant with twins, allegedly.
Okay. Well, wait, because he have 2 before Ciara, right?
No, he has no kids.
Oh, he had no kids. Okay. So okay, I get it. So he's about to have 4 kids by Ciara.
He has 3 with Ciara. Then you count Future Juniors. That's 4, and she's pregnant right now with 2 more.
Yeah, so they're not here. So it's like 4 right now, but
Yeah.
But I mean, just because you have kids, that don't mean like he's got to be sitting there. This stuff's got to get with him because man, we're men. We know we got egos and stuff and pride.
When you're married, though,
Man, so Stan, if you was with some female and somebody came out and from her past and was just like, I ain't do this, I got this. You tell me that ain't gonna like somewhat affect you and impact you?
Stages of life. I mean, like, I don't want my wife to find out why they call me certain nicknames and
No, I get you, because man, everybody has a past, but if it plays out like that, like because somebody interviews them and that comes out, that's gonna impact somebody. They're gonna be like, damn, like
that's what I'm saying. Like we men, we got our own because I don't want.
Yeah, but I'm saying most of the time people's stuff ain't gonna come out. But I'm saying theirs is playing out. And that's why I'm saying it's just like, huh?
No, like one time my job, we had a dinner at this Tapa bar, right? And then somebody from my college days came up and called me by my nickname in college. And I gave him a look that could kill the devil. I'm like you can't say this in public.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? There's certain names you just like, and certain things you've done, and that was a stage of your life that was so long ago. But like, we all have past. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I get you on that. I'm just saying, man, we don't have to face the past of other people and stuff like this magnitude. Because if you got like 70 videos talking about you are a simp in the background and stuff, man, that's gonna impact you. I don't care who. Like you turn on YouTube and you put your name in there, and it's like it's not about your football credentials. It's like, damn, Russell Wilson is a punk. Russell Wilson is a Future said this. Man, that would like kind of impact you. Like, fuck.
I got a statement to make, but I'll do it after Wally. I got a
okay.
question.
Go ahead, Wally.
I mean, what? This is what we're basically asking: is he a simp or not?
Yeah.
So, if I had to follow the context of the contextual word, no. But does that mean that he not played himself in the sentiments of this relationship? I think, because look, when I heard this the first time, they said that they didn't know about each other in the grand scheme of things, which I find that very peculiar, because let's look at Ciara's past relationships. Because this is how I know this is full of shit when I heard that. Because just look at this, right? She dated some dude I don't really know too much, LaKay, or I'm probably saying his name wrong, but LaKay Thomas. Then she dated Lloyd. Then she dated Sean Moss. Then you dated Tip, aka T.I. You dated 50, probably on and off in the mix. Then you dated Amari Stoudemire, another ball player. You dated Cam Newton. Now you dated Future. Now you're at Russell. And you're trying to tell me you don't know.
Wait. Cam Newton?
2011. It was short-lived. It was short-lived. It's on the list. It's on the list. It's short-lived. So to tell me you don't know about him, that's weird. And for Russell to tell me the same thing, that he didn't know nothing about her, but you don't. I don't know what music he listened to, so that's fair. But it just seems very weird how you guys are in this world and you don't know nothing about the other person. It's like, I don't know. It's like, granted, she may not ultimately be in sports, but you deal with a lot of dudes that are in sports, and you dated dudes that you dated a dude in basketball and one in football. But it's like, even before Cam, you would think to yourself, well, so how the hell you met up with Cam and he plays football? You probably didn't hear no one other.
Hey, Wally, can you drop that in the private chat? I'll pull it up.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, Cam Newton, Lloyd.
Bro, and that's the thing. It's like, you look at the whole list, it's like, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Russell took an L.
So, and here's another thing. I'm gonna stay on this. You know what's extremely funny? Because pretty much the funny thing is 50, this was like probably an on and off, because they said 07 to 12. So but here's the thing though. Amari Stoudemire was 2010 and 2011. So that means her and 50 relationship was on and off. Same thing around the time with Cam, without short-lived, and then I guess her and 50 broke off completely when she met up with Future, because that's when that whole little time frame came up. But it's like, this is the interesting thing. It's like, when she broke it off with Amari Stoudemire for that 1 year, next thing you knew, after that, he got with his woman, which he got kids with. So that tells me that if Amari can move on ASAP and find his wife, and what that lead sort of
hold up. You say Omari as in
Amari start Amari, New York
Amari
Knicks
started,
player,
yeah.
basketball player. Yes.
Okay, I thought you meant like B2K. Come
All
like
right, but here we got the article up. So yeah, look, yeah, she got a timeline out this piece.
Oh my god.
So it says Ciara has been engaged to Future 2013 to 2014, 1 year. Shade Moss from 2005 to 2006. Ciara has been in relationships with Cam Newton 2011. Mari Stoudemire 2010. Damn, she don't be missing no time. Like 50 Cent 2007 and 2012. Lloyd Polite 2003, 2004. Lakel Thomas. Is that Bow Wow?
No, that's not Bow Wow.
No, Shawn Moss is Bow Wow.
Oh, okay, Shade Moss. Yeah, that's why I knew he was in there.
That's an outside dude. I don't know who
So
that is.
2003. So yeah, all these times they ain't no like time to like get over a relationship. She going in them shits.
Yeah, technically T.I. is technically a rumor.
Yeah, that's they said T.I. is a rumor, but they got them listed down here.
So it's like you can't really tell me nothing. Like this is what I'm saying. Like if you tell me you don't know someone,
yeah,
you don't think they don't have past out here. Okay, that's why it just makes it sort of funny to me. But nonetheless.
Okay, here's the question I have for you guys.
This is poor coochie management right here.
Oh Lord.
Or smart coochie management.
Look, but I'll say this though, just to finish off my question, right? As far as him choosing the route that he chose with Ciara, look, it could have been worse. And I say that reasonably. It could have been worse.
The hell yeah, I mean it could have been worse.
It could have been worse. Hey, at least she had one kid out of all the rest. It could have been worse. Now, granted, I mean, even to the point that this is my only thing, right? Even to the point like Ciara was talking about her relationship with Russell and everything else. It's like, this is my only thing. Why were you thinking about that, I don't know, a couple of years back with the past ones? It's like, why you're thinking about this now versus before? And this is my thing with people is y'all have horrible, like y'all just have horrible psyches when it comes to this. Because it's like, I just don't have, it's no, I'm serious. It's like, why would you think about this now versus thinking about this at the jump? Why?
I think people have, I remember I learned this word today. It's called decision paralysis.
I like that.
Oh Lord, here we go.
No, because you have the chance of picking and choosing the right thing, and then you pick the thing that's of less resistance, or you let that thing pick you. I'm not making no excuse. I'm not making no excuse.
I'm not saying you're making excuse. No, I'm just, it just goes to show you, like, but even what you just said, it's a proven factor point that people just don't make great decisions, but yet
facts. That's pretty much what it meant.
It lead them to the better decisions. Honestly, humans are like animals. They're basically like, you gotta drag them along the way. You gotta drag that dog on, because if you let that dog stray away, he gonna do whatever he want to do. Here it is.
No, you're right. Because when you look at other celebrities, I'm gonna go for like the non-black celebrities, right? Their friendships hold them to a more like, why are you picking this? Like, we come from money. What is this? What you're doing? You already got children. You can't afford to be sleeping with a pookie at this age of your life. You got to get your little, multi, millionaire or billionaire. Like, it's like, you can't do this, right? I think for our people, it's like we go based on feelings, and then we add the little spiritual juju in there, and then the whole thing about soulmates and astrology, and salt over the thing, and the black cat walk in front of us, and voila, the witchcraft of it all. For our people, we don't think.
I agree with you, Stan, and because man, the sad thing is, man, I don't think people, man, think.
No.
They just react in those moments, man, and they don't understand like how that's gonna carry out. Because, like you said, man, I don't think they are bad people overall, but it's just sad that Russell Wilson, he does seem like a good dude, and it's like at the end of the day, man, nobody wants to be like the butt of all jokes and shit. So I think sometimes that's where females got to recognize. It's like, man, if you mess with that caliber dude and they got a big mouth and they're gonna put your business out there, it's like, man, it is going to impact other people, because even think about their kids, man. This shit is on YouTube where they got to get on there and be like, damn, mom gave up them draws quick. Like, what happened to that Jesus Christ shit?
This is the part where Ciara needs to go ahead and handle some stuff and clean it up, because for the sake of your family, this is not good. I remember where Kim Kardashian had to stop the stuff with Ray J. It's like, yo, we have kids now. We can't keep on going this way. Like, it comes to a point where you do have to say something, because it does affect the children. It affects the children for Amber Rose, where her sons have to fight other boys. Like, yo, like, people do have to start thinking about their children. But I wish people thought about that sooner. But since the kid's already here, you do have to do something. And I think it's like, and also on the media outlet, like, yo, y'all beating a dead horse. Like, it's disrespectful to ask this man about her when he got like this onslaught of baby mamas, and it's not stopping.
But it's just, man, you can't. He is who he is, man. But so it's like they're gonna put a mic in his face and he says stuff. So hopefully he just, falls back and lets them live. But that's why I'm saying, man, when females select that dude for whatever reasons and excitement, whatever you want to say, like, that's attached to you, man. And who's to say, like, one day maybe Russell gonna be like, you know what, man, I'm tired of this shit, because people do got like
not with those 6 kids. I think he adopted that one too.
But man, he's got money, man. He could cut a check. People got limitations, man. I know people leave for less, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, nobody wants to be a punching bag in.
They about to be on.
All right, so let me ask you one question, because this is funny, right? So I'm glad Stan brought up let's look at it from the other side of the spectrum notion. So who do you think is worse, Russ or Ben Affleck?
Who's Ben Affleck? It took me a minute. I just woke up, guys.
Yes.
I just woke up.
Who do I think is worse?
Yeah, who do you think is worse between those two?
Russell Wilson.
No, I'd have to go with Ben Affleck.
I'm going Russell Wilson on this one.
So you're trying to tell me Russell's worse than Ben Affleck? Are you serious?
Yeah. Because Ben ain't he wasn't out here talking about, like, man, God, I talked to him. He told me to raise J-Lo's kids, and he ain't put no baby on her. So
the thing, though. You failed at the first attempt, and now you swung back around thinking you're gonna win. No, you don't swing back. You leave.
She's Latina, though. This where M3 comes in. She's Latina. So
I think with Ben Affleck definitely was a stupid move. But man, at the end of the day, like, J-Lo ain't had like multiple baby daddies. She wasn't the butt in the stock of like a Future type. So don't get me wrong, like, definitely has an issue, but because she was married with Mark Anthony for a while. So that's what I'm saying. She had a long, solid relationship. So just on the surface wise, if you look at it,
but she's like Ciara, though. She has never. She's always been from one relationship to another relationship to another.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, so that's what I'm saying. They're both bad decisions, but this chick was number 4, the 4th baby mom. Like, I'm sorry, man. If
number 6,
huh?
Ben Affleck is number 6. J-Lo is like, what's his name? Thanos with all these engagement rings.
Yeah, but I mean, look at Ciara's timeline wasn't great. But I'm just saying, for somebody to attach themselves to a dude that had like 4 baby moms, like you borderline damn there. You ain't do no research. You was just like, fuck it.
Can I ask my question real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay. Man, what time is it? That light is bright. Okay. So I'm going back to the church. Now, besides the witchcraft the church has making people get into these relationships and get married, I'm looking at the order, right? When they said there's God, there's man, there's wife, and there's children, right? if God and man is the first step, like man is supposed to forgive and provide leadership and move forward. I have to say this: we are beating a dead horse because they're married. At one point, they're married. Like you can say everything we want to, right? And the fact when you look at it, they're married and there's more kids involved. And also realistically, there's so many men that are like Russell Wilson. So that's why I love that question is, could you be married and still be a simp? Or could it be like it's just level 1 and you're already on level 30? Because you building this stuff up. So I don't know, not criticizing the conversation, but I don't know as a society, what exactly do we want from them? Because like for future, it's like, yo, plan Bs don't work for you because you're too fertile and your sperm just kill plan Bs left and right. So like you
Well, I think people get confused. It's like, man, we don't want nothing from them. So it's
Okay.
like you said, they're married. So, but I mean, that don't mean that shit is good because it's just like there's a human element to everything because people are going to discuss what they're going to discuss. So at the end of the day, it's just like if you put your information out there, you're a celebrity, people are going to talk about you. So that's just the
Yes.
reality. So in their case, it's just like, hey, whatever she did in her past is coming back to haunt everything. So it's
So
just like other people could look at this and be like, shit, maybe I need to maneuver a little differently. So it's like there's always takeaways from a certain situation. Because like I said, at the end of the day, we're men and we know we have egos and pride and stuff. So it's just like, man, when you're sitting there, you're the butt of all jokes and you just log on to stuff. It's just like people are gonna talk. But it's just like, man, nobody is gonna be kind of cool with that. You might could eat it a little bit, but eventually it could wear you down. So it's just like moving forward, like females could, and not just guys too, because man, I'm not with Future. I think he's a bum, to be honest. So it's just like we always get on guys for having a bunch of kids and spitting them out. So it's just like don't do it on that end, but also like women, if you know a guy has multiple kids, don't fuck with him. Like, because eventually, obviously, if somebody can't commit and they got a pattern, whether it's a male or a female, it's just like, man, it's just dumb to even go in there thinking like you're special. Like M3 was saying earlier, like people got that, oh, I'm special, I could change this person type of mentality. So it's just like, man, this stuff is just, it's bad, man, because it's just like somebody comes in there with a genuine thing to like be with you, like Russell Wilson, but it's like he almost got to eat shit because of, like I said, the bad decision making and stuff. And it's kind of fucked up to him. So maybe he's gonna ride it out, like you said. Nobody's telling him to get divorced, but it's just like it's good to talk about these things.
But they're gonna be on TLC soon because all them kids it's bound to happen. Okay, so suppose Ciara was our little sister. What exactly would you tell Ciara moving forward? What she needs to do and how
Well, I mean,
she?
she was already with Future, so I would just tell her like, hey, man, you should probably go talk to your husband, and you could still apologize, but like, hey, man, I'm so sorry that you're getting impacted by this, and talk to him because it's just like if I could go back and change my past, I definitely would because the way it's impacting you, that sucks, So if I want to know like how my decision making could come back, and now you got to kind of like be in the public eye like that, and it took a hit at your like I said, ego and stuff because what people are saying about you, because this idiot's gonna come out here do an interview and just throw shots, man. I definitely would have maneuvered differently.
Yeah, because that was like, yo, you. God.
And then even if she go out and do like a interview with somebody and be like, hey, women, this learn from my mistake. Choose better because, I got a great guy, but he is impacted by this stuff. I got this fucking idiot that I was with. Because it's just like, man, it just sucks that you're caught in the moment. Like, so like you said, I get what you're saying. Like, hey, man, they're married. There ain't nothing going to change. But it's like, man, we're going to discuss what we're going to discuss. Because it's just like, hey, other people could learn from these situations and be like, man, you know what? Shit. As a guy, it's like, man, I can maneuver different and females can maneuver different.
Yeah, unfortunately, man, like
what you say? If Ciara was your little sister, what would you say? Like,
I I mean, shit. I'd probably just tell like, hey man, like sell for those Russell Wilson types, man. I'm biased. Look, if you want to make them wait to respect you, you do whatever you do. See, the thing is, like for me, right?
Yeah.
Like even though like I never really had like no sister before, and thank God I never had to go through that experience. But I would just tell her like, man, like choose like a quality man, someone that's gonna respect you, someone that is gonna protect you, But at the same time, I will also tell her too, like, man, don't be putting all your business out there. I'm not saying that's Ciara, but you messing around. In this case, you messing with a dude that has like a loose lip, and at this point, it was Russell Wilson's. Unfortunately, it's his duty to really go and check him. So I'm not saying like go and punch him in the face or whatever, because that's going to be all bad, especially for his career.
Nah, I don't even think he should, in this case.
Engage with Future.
Yeah.
Are you talking about like even verbally?
Nah.
Because
at the end of the day, it's her past. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's what's coming up. But nah, I mean, also what I would tell my sister, Stan, I would be like, be consistent with your standards. Because I think a lot of times, man, women got like different standards for different dudes and stuff, and it's just like, if information comes out like this and another guy don't wait it and stuff, it's just like, man, it just ain't gonna sit right. And that's why I'm just trying to get people to realize. I get what you're saying, Stan, but it's just like, man, we're human, man. Like when you starts playing out in the public, man, it's gonna have somebody else thinking. So if you're sitting here, you got the standard for this guy and stuff, and the other guys just like, oh man, I was knocking that down like day one. Like, nigga, we got some chicken wings, and I had her ass in a spider monkey. It's like, you could be like, what?
And the host was horrible because he was like, it took me months to get a date. I'm like, okay. And then it took me months to consummate. I'm like, dude, I will never admit that, not to Future and to the world, to get Future to open up about how long it took him to be with Ciara. Well, I think it was allegedly, I think it's Sway or whoever that guy was. And I'm just like, yo, like, okay.
Well, Stan, it kind of remind me of those dudes that be messing with those chicks. Like, I be seeing her name all the time, Selena Powell, and some of the Superhead and stuff. How they be writing tell-all books. I'm like, man, how the fuck y'all keep messing with these chicks that y'all know they got an open mouth? So it's kind of like that with Ciara. It's like, how the fuck are y'all messing with these dudes, man? That got like, they're gonna put your information out there. They're gonna embarrass you any chance they get. So that's why I'm saying with people like, man, y'all need to be cautious who you align with, man. Like, stop chasing your desires.
Jerk, but you already said the answer. They have an open mouth, right? And that's what most men like they fall in love with, unfortunately, right? The unstable ones. The more open your mouth is, right, the better that you could slurp, the more hook they're gonna be into. And that's how you get some of these like chumps. Now if you get with somebody like you said, Superhead and what I forgot the other woman, Melissa Ford, and those people, and like they live a loose lifestyle. Yeah, I would say like, yeah, you out there tricking and simping or whatever. So yeah, you definitely out there.
But hey, let me play this one video because it was like the lady asked Ciara about the co-parenting with Future.
Question on this, like, what is co-parenting like for you guys?
Tim, you're awesome. You're awesome.
That's on the wall.
Oh, it's all good. But no, the reason why I showed that one because, man, apparently it's bad. It ain't the greatest. But what the fuck do you think was gonna happen with a dude? And that's what I'm saying, man. God, decision making with people, man. It's just
because it's like you can't co-parent with. I hate to say this. It's like when people have multiple children and they're spread out. I don't know what the expectation is or how you handle that stuff. Because with Cam Newton, all the kids stay with him. It works out. with what's that guy name? That was married to Mariah Carey.
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon. They're spread out in different states, right? And it's like to ask somebody this question, I'm like, yo, you trying to get some gossip or something? Because we know that co-parenting is not the same reality that other people have when it comes to co-parenting.
But see, Stan, man, I get your sentiment. Like, man, people are gonna ask questions. That's why they literally get you on there. So it's just like, man, if you got a messy life, sometimes you just got to be like, man, maybe I don't need to be in the public eye. You know what I'm saying? It's all because if I say like I had a mess, man, or even if I was Future, man, I'm not gonna be out here like talking about my past like that. You know, because I know you can request a question, so I'll be like, man, I'm not gonna do anything to like mess up anybody's relationships because, you know, I just think some of that stuff is kind of sucker shit, anyways. Where I'll be like, they ask me that, like that's off limits, you know. They're all, or I'll just have a canned political correct statement, like, man, they're all good people, man. I messed up. I should have, you know, something like that, where I'm not gonna go deep and embarrass the person they're with and shit. So, but if I was like Ciara, I'm like, I ain't about to respond to none of this. So like, man, you ain't got, you're like, or just lie. It's great, you know, and keep it moving. But it's just sometimes, man, that's what I'm saying. They're so like, you know, bad at this stuff, man. They just let the conversation keep formulating because it's just like, man, what their responses are. So people are gonna keep putting the mic in their face, like, shit. Okay, ask her about Future, or ask Future about this, you know. So it's, you're famous, man. You're in the public eye.
There's no hope for the future. I can't say there's no hope for the future. I mean, like, don't name your kids no adjectives and adverbs, folks. Don't do it. Yo, it's just. Do people think about? Oh Lord, I remember this.
Yeah, Ciara was the queen of twerking too. That's what you probably invented it.
That's what Russell saw. It was like, all right.
I remember got a lot of backlash from women because it's like she made a song about being independent and strong, and it's like, yo, you're married. But I'm glad like that's when people are waking up and like, yo, you trying to sell me on something, but you always had a man, now you got a husband. So like you reach your final form, now you blocking me from doing the same. I'm glad women woke up. And also like it makes Ciara have to like go a different angle. She has to work, not pick the easy fruit.
I mean, I think she composes herself pretty good now. So I mean, I give her credit for like changing and stuff. So yeah, I just think the biggest issue, honestly, it was just like with Russell, man, because my man just had a lot of options. So like, if she got married to somebody else that wasn't of that magnitude and stuff, and just clean cut like him, it'd be like, I don't think the public would have had like an issue with it. But it's just like for him to like, you know,
sadly,
do that.
I've seen so many Russells. And I've met so many Russells, and the majority of Russells that I've seen and met was from church. And that is the most scariest thing I've seen is that, and nothing against church. I want people to understand, like, hey, I just came out of a cult. So when you see me looking like I'm about to be exorcised from a demon, it's just not that. It's just I'm getting flashback from church. But a lot of times, you're not allowed to. I said you're not allowed. Yeah, you're not allowed. If I go in and say I don't want to date a single mom, you'll be amazed how many Bible studies that will come my way. For one, like literally, how many Bible studies will come your way? Number one, and then number two, how many passages of the Bible will come your way and be reminded about it? Three, you're going to be dating single moms and trying to, and nothing against single moms, right? But like, I see a lot of times where you don't want to, but it is kind of pressed on for the man to do it because it's like you get told about leadership and God's calling and God's will and this type of stuff. So yeah, a lot of times I do push back on it because I can sense it. It looks familiar, and I just can't help it but feel the heebie-jeebies because I'm like, yo, I can tell this is a church move, but it turned out good for them. But like, how many guys out there who are like Russell right now, and they're in the hell mound with a woman that they don't like anymore, and they in the relationship they wish they could get out of, but they
Yeah,
feel like.
Oh no, good point, man. And that's why I like having these discussions, like I said earlier, man, because it's not just focused on men. Because like, say if a female was like she was talking to a guy that had like multiple, I'd be like, don't do it, man. If you don't got no bad baggage. So I'm consistent on both sides because I have females like, hey, I like this guy. I'm like, hell no, that dude got all them kids. Like, keep that shit pushing. That's a burden and stuff. And I think
and women don't know, right? Women don't know when you marry a man with a lot of kids, they coming after your check now.
yeah, that's a part. But it's just a lot to deal with, and I'm like me and you was talking the other day, Stan. It was just like it also impacts the kids too, and that's what people, man. If you're not there and you don't understand the patience that it takes to, like, you shouldn't be forcing people to do stuff. And I like you were saying about the church, it's like, man, instead of just like trying to cram people together, it's like, what do you really want? They need to get to that and then line people up properly and stuff. And yeah, it's just when people got to deal with, you know, the sidebar or things from people's past, man. It is sad because, you know, it is in the past, like you said, happened earlier and stuff, and everybody got a pass, but it's just like everybody don't have a messy past, and that's the issue. You know what I'm saying?
I remember there was one. I think it was like one of the clips we've seen, and the lady talked about it's not you and your wife in the relationship. It's you and your ex, or you and the mother of your children. It's you and her ex-boyfriend or ex-husband and the father of her children. So it's like, and you gotta look at the point of view of the child, because now there's additional adults
Yeah, that's fact.
that have control over their life. And then it's not just your household anymore, because what goes on in your household impacts two more households, right? So on either side. So if you come in with children, it impacts your ex-wife and that household. If she comes in with kids, it impacts the household of her ex-husband or the father of her children. And that we don't think about that. We just go ahead and put stuff out where it's like, yo, like, no, it's more than just this beautiful photo. Now I remember that clip was. It was Fugazi and his current fiance.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you look at the ex-husband of that relationship, and then the grandparents and everything else. Then you look at his little girl, all the grandparents on her mother's side, and everybody else, and then
Yeah,
you
that's a lot to deal with, man. All the
kids that just coming out of the woman now. So it's like there is more than just two parents. You're looking at a total of now it's a total of probably 4 or 6. Then you look at the grandparents, it's a lot bigger than people expected it. But we get these little cute photos of just like mom, dad, and the kids, and everything is great. And it's like,
yeah. No, all the underlying issues. Now, and
but
just one last thing before we start closing it out, because man, I do want to point out, man, I do think Future's on some sucker shit. Cause man, I could just never imagine if like, man, I had some females in the past and somebody asked me, man, I'm gonna play dumb. I'm like, yeah, we never did nothing. You know, I just would never speak on like anything from my past. So I think when dudes are gossipy like that, it's just like, man, what do you still have feelings or something? You trying to sabotage her shit, man? You know, because Russell Wilson, it seems like he's good with his son and stuff. So it's like, dude, get over your situation, man, and stop being so talkative. And that's the issue where I have like with a lot of Ciaras and stuff, because it's like, man, if y'all, I get it, he's famous and stuff, but you're getting with a dude that's like talkative with that. It's just like, man, I have to question like your decision making and stuff like that. And I think more guys got to start evaluating that, because it's just like, man, you're attached to that past. And then in Russell Wilson's case, it's just like, man, the reason why you got to deal with a lot of this bullshit, and I know he don't like it, just being a man,
Yeah, but you understand, like the church, and I can speak from experience.
But I mean, we can't keep blaming the church, because it's like people got their own free will and free thought.
I agree with you, but there's a number the church do play in. It's it's the guilt of like, well, God forgiving you of your sin. Who are you to hold the sin of someone else? And that's the part about it, because when Russell is a God-fearing man, church is really big on the Bible being.
Yeah, but I don't think his shit was had anything to do, because man, there's other baby moms in church. He saw Ciara, he
I'm with
wanted to
you
go
on
that
it.
route. It was based off his desires. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man.
Nothing too. We ignore the desires, because to say that you desire someone, lust is a sin. But also, as part of biology, right? You do have to be somewhat attracted to somebody where
No,
you like,
facts. But I
you know,
mean,
I'm
but I'm
attracted
just
to her,
saying,
I
like,
let it
it's
overlook.
yeah,
Oh,
I agree with you, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of times, like, she's an attractive female, so that's just the reality. She's super attractive, where a lot of guys is, if they're attractive enough, they're gonna ignore like the bad behaviors, the past, and all that stuff, and that's just the reality. So you know, everybody after that point, when they are fixated on the beauty and shit, that's when they start like trying to act like it's a spirituality to forgive and forget. But the reality is, there's other people in that church. There's other people you come across that don't have like all that stuff going on, and people just neglect that, and they'll hide behind the religion part. So it's just like, nah, he was infatuated with her, and that's what happened. He ignored all that stuff, and that's why things are
yeah.
playing out like it is, and he's catching that smoke. You know.
Yeah, I like when you bring up that point, because I think like it's good for other men to hear that. Like, don't hide behind religious beliefs. Like Gideon in the Bible challenged God. He's like, if this is really you, go ahead and soak up this towel real quick with no rain. You know what I'm saying? Like he was testing God every time God talked to him. He tested him. It's okay to test God, guys. I ask him questions and press like, yo, I'm not comfortable with this. So I need to know this is really your will.
But see, I don't think you need the test, man, because I think the issue is like everybody, you know, prays for generic stuff. And it's like, man, honestly, you know, the gift and the miracle is like life itself. You got knowledge. So it's like what people want to do is like they want to start praying and be like, whoa, oh, somebody spoke to me about taking this situation. It's like, man, come on, stop being stupid. You just wanted that.
On God. Like,
Huh?
I'm just like, yeah, Wally. The same look. Me and Wally is like,
Yeah. But it's like, man, they exercise no common sense in anything. So it's just like, come on, man. We already know like he wasn't talking to you, because nobody would line you up in a situation like that. And it's playing out to be like not that great of a thing. Not saying their interaction with each other, but just what you're facing.
yeah.
And
He's like, if you're a single mom and you trying to introduce your kids, the first time I meet you, I see it as two things: manipulation, tactic, and two, I'm not buying them no food when we go on this date.
you're gonna get them some chicken McNuggets. Stop playing.
They'll call their daddy, or don't eat much, and then make sure you bring back home. I'm just 9 months. How you?
Remember?
But all right, so y'all, Russell and Travis, boy, y'all might be in the Simple Olympics.
Yo, this is a
We
good
might have
one.
to do a award show on your channel M3, like a breakdown, and nominate somebody this year.
Oh, it'll be Travis. Travis got the award. I'm sorry. You waited at the club while you in the car.
Yeah, he definitely he going for the gold, silver, or bronze.
He's the gold. He's the gold and platinum member for this decade. I have never heard that before in my life.
You know, I actually pulled some new information, which is really well.
New?
It's not even about Travis. It's more about Leon or Leanne or whatever. It's more about his girl, because oh my gosh. So
We gonna get into that tomorrow. We don't give them too much information. They got to tune in to your to your channel and get all that.
Yeah.
But
there's multiple things saying, oh shit.
yeah, no, I was seeing the clip. So yeah, we definitely will do a deep dive. But that's why I'm just saying, man, guys, we just gotta have a little bit more standards, man, because I think the egg lands in our face so much. And that's why I do break down these stories, Stan, because it's like I get it, man. People get married, but it's just like, man, sometimes this could play out. If you make that decision and somebody got a bad pass, it ends up making you look bad. So it's just like, man, be cautious with
Yeah,
who
yeah.
you
That's like
select.
questions I asked. Like, how would you talk to the women? How you talk to the guy?
I mean, like you said, it's kind of hard because the situation already happened, but it's just like guys
Yeah.
moving forward. It's like I can't really talk to Russell and Ciara. That shit's done. But everybody else looking externally, be cautious who you're with. You know, men, stop just maneuvering off your desires and stuff because it's like, man, it could like fly back in your face, and nobody wants to sit there and be no laughing stock.
Yeah, but the reality is the problem is that a lot of us we live in FOMO. We have a great amount of fear of missing out of something because we know the next simp is not going to wait. He's going to do whatever she tells him to do. And the reality is that no matter how many people I will say no to certain things, like I could keep my dignity because I've already lived through life or whatever. I've already whatever, right? So it doesn't matter to me. But going forward in this dating scene, if I were to be the type of person, right, that did not lower any of my standards, there is no reward to it. Because, I mean, they may respect me in some cases, but those ones that you really want, they're not going to be with you. And hell, even the ones that's like average that you don't really want, but you're hoping that you could get some type of attention from it or some type of play, there's always going to be a simp that's going to give them a better bargaining deal. And that's the thing. We're up against other losers that ruins the dating world for us. So we really don't have no room to set a standard. And women already know that.
Nah, that's a man. Because man, Russell Wilson could have got. Man, he's got options.
Well, no, Russell Wilson's different. But I'm talking about like if you're saying about for average people, right? Look, if you're not like in the high stats, if you're not Russell Wilson, if you're not any of those guys, right, where women will automatically come to you, right? Because now they see you as a success object. Now they see you as a prize. You ain't got to do nothing. You already broke the barriers. But if you're an average person, you can't break anything. Like it's game over. Like
Nah, you just got to get the average chick, man. Man, you know how many socially awkward females are out here that just walking around, ain't got nobody, but nobody be talking to them. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, guys got to stop thinking like females are talking to every celebrity. These little awkward looking chicks, man. Go to Barnes and Nobles and stuff. You'll see them in there just like, please talk to me. Please talk to me.
Sure, I don't think you're getting where I'm coming from, right? Look, and you're not even from California, right? So I get it, right? But even the average ones, right? They get swooped up by the simps.
That's true.
The average ones think that they're 9s and 10s. I kid you not. You have some ugly ass ducklings, right? That really think they're beautiful. And I'm like, and I had to remind them, like, who the fuck told you that besides yourself? Okay?
Yeah.
Literally.
Because California, I could meet a 3 or 4. I'm just like, you know what? Let me just. I'm just tired. Let me just go ahead and just knock this
Y'all
out.
full of shit.
And then
y'all got some bad chicks out there, man. And I know what the like difference with the bad chicks. I know they ain't, man. I'm telling you, y'all.
No, California, because like some of them, you look and they do some things. I'm like, who taught you how to do this stuff, little mud duck? How you?
Look, jerk. You could be like in the 1 percentile, right? But if you're not performing your best as far as like symbology for these type of women, and I'm talking about the average women, while you're a high value catch yourself and you're married too, look, man, they're not gonna give you no play unless you're willing to bend down through their rules. And I've seen a lot of men with a lot of money have a lot of things going on, but because and they do this for these average and below average women. But because they don't want these women to get souped up, right? By probably or liking like guys like myself, right? That's not going to give them anything, right? They're willing to tie the knot, marry them, do wherever it takes, even if you're not even living with the bitch. You know what I mean? Do whatever it takes, right, to tie that person down. And it is what it is. Like I'm not saying,
man. I'm telling you, I got a homeboy. He ain't making that much good money. He look like the black sloth from the Goonies, and he be bagging like chicks, man. They're not super bad. They a little They got bad ankles and you know they're a little chubby, but that's his market. He know he got awareness.
Sure, I'll give this to you. Let me say this one time. I'll give this to you, right? There are some guys, right, that they got it, right? They could just pull whatever type of woman, but I'm telling you right now, California is a different ball game.
Nah, I'm telling you, he lived in California. That's what I'm saying, man. He in
the Bay Area.
I think most people shooting higher than where they at, man. That's what I think the situation is, man. If you a 5, your chick probably needs to be a 4.
Bro, you can't look, man. Guy like me, I can't shoot any lower to a point that I get to like that I'm gonna throw up anytime that I'm having a conversation with them. You know what I mean? Like there gotta be some type of decorum where it's like you have to look. I have to be at least attracted to you, right? Wake up in the morning and be like, okay, God, thank you that I'm with this. You know, she's average, but I can still look at her and classify her as a woman. If I can classify you as a real woman, no, we can't do that, sir. But I'll tell you this one story, right? Because I know I haven't told a story yet, right? So again, maybe I might be reiterating. When I went out to Kansas City, right?
Yes.
So that was the land of chocolate milk. Okay, like seriously. And for once, no Latina. Well, okay, Deja's Latina, but whatever. She's Puerto Rican, so it's somewhat. But the point is, right? It was a lot of beautiful sisters out there, right? And they wasn't California sisters. It was gorgeous. They was fine. They had the stuff going on, right? And I'm telling you right now, if you had just only gave me 1 week, right, then I think things would have been a little bit different, right? But the thing is, right, they wasn't acting all stuck up. They wasn't delusional. They knew their place or whatever. They knew their worth. And hell, like I feel like
it's because of Kansas City, man. Them chicks out there are broke. They said they looking at L3 like shit. He knew. They throwing their bids and they're like, look, save me.
Now I'm gonna be like Corey Holcomb and start throwing these dollars at him or whatever, right? And I can't really classify someone as broke because some of them like was willing to take care of me. But the thing is, right, like you'll be surprised when you go out from California. If you're talking about anywhere out of California, I'll be like, yeah, you're right, Jerry. I agree with you, right? But maybe that person, right, was in a certain part of the California. But if it's in a Bay Area, specifically in California, Oakland, Berkeley, Walnut Creek, Antioch, Pittsburgh, whatever, especially in San Ramon.
No, San Jose.
And San Jose, you ain't got no chance unless you are an athlete. All right. I'm telling you right now, these women, right, these below average women, ugly mud ducklings, right, think that they're 9s and 10s, and they expect for you to treat them like a princess. That's all I gotta say. I'm just gonna end from there. I'll start ranting. I'll be like, hey, fuck all y'all, bro. No, I'm good.
But all right, man, we'll go ahead. We'll close this one out now. This is good. I think topic to break down. So we'll go around real quick. Stan, and parting words.
This was a great discussion. That's why I had to get myself out of bed and join you guys. This is dope. I like it. I want more of it.
I got some good topics for us, man. I got some crazy ideas, man. So we're gonna hash them out.
So, ladies, if you meet, and fellas, if you meet a future, male or female future in your future, just run. Just run.
No future.
You're not going to change. Your kid is not going to be the golden child. It's going to just be one of many. Just run. Just run.
Yeah, facts. All right, Wally, parting words.
I think he's muted.
Are you?
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for letting me know that. I was about to say something, but I'll say it like this, man. To Stan's earlier question, right? If Ciara was my sister, what would I say? Stan, you would know this very much as I'm joking. I would have told you femme dong and go sit down somewhere. Hey,
my lil.
But no, take the jokes out of it now. Take the jokes out of it. I throw that in there because I was feeling that in my head like, shit, all right, have this episode answer right now.
Like, sit down, close your mouth. I dare you.
But honestly, like, look, if it was me, I would have told you, you want to be very careful who you choose because each person is a lasting memory of, like, each person is a lasting, I would say, a lasting image of what you dealt with, and this does follow you, no matter what people say. Because let's be real, it doesn't matter if it's the internet, don't matter if it's the world out there amongst the media, amongst either side. Even when it comes to your local neighborhood, people know you. If people know enough for you, they know how to talk about you. So you don't want that.
All right, them 3 parting words.
Yeah, Russell Wilson's not a simp. Okay. And y'all need to put some respect on his name. But other than that, this was definitely a great discussion. And actually, I kind of like the breakdown of what we're doing. I think we're getting more in depth of the person's like character, rather than just having like fluff topics or whatever. So I appreciate this type of network where not only we do our reactions and we do our reviews, but we really get down and nitty and try to get an understanding. So again, Russell's not a simp. He's just misguided because of the church. And this wasn't like God's plan for him to be a stepdaddy for someone, but it was his choice. So he has to own up to it. That's all I got to say. Stop on God on anything.
All right. So my parting words, man. Shout out to Stan, Wally, and M3 for coming up here. I love everybody's different perspectives, some smart brothers, but today they was on some bullshit. I gotta admit, Russell Wilson is definitely a simp. Russell Wilson is definitely a simp.
Oh, you don't understand our love.
Sir, you got an NFL Super Bowl ring. You have options. And you ain't do no vetting. You ain't do no background. You talk about God came to you and told you to be a stepdaddy. That wasn't God. God ain't tell you that shit.
That's the Beyonce tether.
Huh?
Ciara's the Beyonce tether.
So that's just the smoke I got for Russell Wilson. Knock it off with that. God was talking to me and he told me I had to respond. Shut up, Russell. That wasn't no goddamn God. All right, Ciara. Women like Ciara, choose better because it does like come back to hunt everybody around you. So it's like everybody's not gonna always deal with your past. There's not gonna be always a miracle Russell Wilson that's gonna pop up. And then as far as future, man, stop talking about these people's man, let them move on, man. Like, hell, you got 7 other baby moms. Like, this is a good dude. He's stepping up there, man. He's doing a good job, man. Like, you ain't always got to respond to everything and embarrass the dude, man. Like, stop talking on your dick, man. Like, God damn. But all right, y'all, we out of here. Peace.
Before you end, I think Future needs to take a beat from the Flintstone kids. We are future kids, strong and growing.
No, it's just one of those things, man. It's just like, man, you shouldn't be talking too much, man. Like I said, it's like the flip side. Them females that be doing tell-all books. It's just like, man, I think they think it seems cool. Like, oh no, I didn't have to wait. It's just like, man, you too old to be like gossiping like you in high school, man. Like that's usually dudes that ain't got no game that be doing that shit. So yeah, it's just like, man, just tighten up on that end. But all right, y'all. Have a better pass. That's my ending words. All right, peace.